You wake up with a long to-do list, telling yourself that today you'll be more productive, more disciplined, and finally break those bad habits. But then, a notification pops up on your phone, and without thinking, you swipe the screen. Just 5 minutes. But 30 minutes later, you're still scrolling through things that don't really matter. You know you should eat healthier, but that cheesy burger looks way more tempting than a balanced meal. You know you should go to bed early, but you get caught up in a great movie, or simply put off sleeping because you don't feel ready for tomorrow. And you're not alone. We've all been stuck in that cycle. Why does this happen? Is it a lack of willpower? Or is there something deeper controlling our actions? The human brain isn't as simple as we think. It doesn't just respond to conscious decisions, but also gets pulled into a loop of rewards, repetition, and environmental triggers. If we can understand how bad habits form, maybe we can learn to take control and change them. But first, let's uncover the hidden mechanisms of the brain, the very thing that keeps us trapped in habits we desperately want to break. The brain and the reward system, why bad habits form more easily than good ones. Have you ever wondered why scrolling through your phone, snacking on junk food, or procrastinating seem to stick like glue, while good habits like exercising or reading take so much effort to maintain? The answer lies in the brain's reward system, the mechanism that pulls us into behavioral loops without us even realizing it. Every habit, whether good or bad, follows a familiar cycle that scientists call the habit loop, consisting of 3 steps: cue, routine, and reward. When you feel stressed, cue, you reach for your phone, routine, and instantly feel relaxed, reward. This quick reward triggers the brain to release dopamine, a neurotransmitter responsible for pleasure and motivation. The brain then remembers this experience and urges you to repeat the behavior the next time a similar situation arises. What's interesting is that bad habits often provide instant rewards, while good habits take longer to show results. When you eat a sugary snack, the sweet, rich flavor immediately satisfies you, even though it may harm your health in the long run. On the other hand, when you start exercising, the benefits don't show up right away. You have to push through discomfort and stay consistent for days or even weeks before seeing real progress. Since the brain is wired to prioritize quick rewards, it naturally gravitates toward the easier path. This is why habits like sedentary behavior, poor eating choices, and procrastination develop so effortlessly, while positive habits require time and persistence to take root. To break free from this cycle, we need to understand how the brain works and restructure the way we build habits, making them more appealing and easier to sustain. Why is it so hard to break bad habits? Breaking a bad habit has never been easy. Even when we are fully aware of its harmful effects, we unconsciously repeat the behavior over and over again. The root cause does not lie in willpower or determination, but in how our brain operates. When a behavior is repeated frequently, the brain stores it in the basal ganglia, the region responsible for habits. Once ingrained there, a habit becomes an automatic reflex, making us act without even thinking. For example, many people instinctively reach for their phone the moment they wake up, not because they actually need to do anything, but because their brain has been programmed to do so. Moreover, human nature tends to seek comfort and avoid discomfort. Bad habits often provide immediate pleasure, while good habits require time to show results. When stressed, we turn to sweets for relief. When faced with a difficult task, we procrastinate by scrolling through social media. The brain remembers these moments of relaxation and urges us to repeat them, regardless of the long-term consequences. Additionally, our environment plays a significant role in reinforcing bad habits. If your phone is always within reach, resisting the urge to check notifications becomes difficult. If junk food is readily available, controlling your diet becomes a challenge. These repeated actions, day after day, gradually become part of our daily life, making them even harder to break. The combination of the brain's automatic mechanisms, the tendency to seek comfort, and environmental influences makes breaking bad habits a real challenge. However, understanding how they work is the first step toward controlling and reshaping them in a way that benefits us. How to change and control bad habits. Bad habits can form quickly, But the good news is that they can also be replaced with better ones if we understand how to take control of our behavior. The key is not sheer willpower, but awareness, understanding why we engage in certain behaviors in the first place. Every bad habit stems from a specific trigger and provides some kind of reward that makes us want to repeat it. Instead of forcing yourself to quit completely, ask yourself, what triggers this behavior? What reward am I seeking from it? Is there a healthier alternative that provides a similar sense of satisfaction? For example, if you tend to scroll through your phone when you're bored, instead of completely restricting yourself, try replacing it with activities like reading a book, taking a walk, or listening to music. These activities still offer relaxation, but without the negative consequences of getting lost in social media for hours. The key is to make the replacement easily accessible and rewarding enough so that your brain has no reason to revert to the old habit. By understanding how habits are formed, we can change them in a smart and sustainable way, gradually gaining control over our lives in a more positive direction. The role of environment in habit formation. In addition to self-awareness, your environment plays a crucial role in maintaining or changing habits. We often believe that sheer determination is enough to control our behavior, but in reality, our surroundings can unconsciously push us towards certain choices. If you want to eat healthier, remove junk food from sight and replace it with better options like fruits and nuts. If you want to stay focused while working, keep your phone out of reach, activate Do Not Disturb mode, or use apps that limit social media usage. These small adjustments help reduce temptation and make it easier and more natural to stick to good habits, rather than relying entirely on willpower. When you design an environment that supports your goals, you create the conditions for success, making it easier to stay in control and build positive habits in a sustainable way. Creating rewards for good habits. To motivate the brain to embrace new habits, you need to create rewards for positive behaviors. Bad habits stick because they usually come with instant gratification, making them easy to adopt and maintain. To encourage yourself to develop better habits, you can use a reward strategy to stay motivated. For example, after finishing a workout, treat yourself to a delicious smoothie, associating relaxation with physical activity. If you want to maintain a daily reading habit, track your progress to create a sense of achievement, reinforcing your motivation to continue. The 2-minute rule, a simple yet effective strategy. One simple yet powerful psychological trick is the 2-minute rule. Instead of setting overwhelming goals from the start, begin with the easiest version of the habit that takes only 2 minutes to complete. If you want to exercise, don't pressure yourself into a 30-minute workout immediately. Start with 2 minutes of stretching. If you want to develop a reading habit, read just 1 to 2 pages instead of aiming to finish an entire chapter. When a habit feels effortless, your brain won't resist it, and over time, you'll naturally increase the intensity, making it a seamless part of your daily routine. These small but intentional changes help you build positive habits sustainably, preventing you from falling into the cycle of procrastination and failure. Start with small changes, eliminate temptations, create rewards for positive habits, and most importantly, stay consistent every day. Over time, you won't feel trapped in a negative cycle anymore, but will steadily build a better version of yourself. So, what about you? Is there a bad habit you're struggling with and want to change? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our upcoming content.